hearties. I hope you all are doing well and are in the best of your spirits because today is a Monday and hence it's time for our Monday ritual, the rapid fire. My name is Bhoomika, your host for today's evening, and let me tell you guys that I am super duper excited for today's session and I am assuming you are too. So फटाफट से let me know in the chat box if you can see me clearly and hear me clearly. Come on. Is everything fine with the audio and the video? I am doing great. Welcome to the session. Hello Swastika, good to see you. Yeah. Hello Tanmay. Yes, we'll see that. Okay, Shritij says hi. We have Manikanta saying hello. Welcome people. Thank you Ashu. I can see so many regular students, you know. And it really feels great to see them in every session without fail. You guys really motivate us teachers a lot to deliver better and better every single time. So thank you for that. Okay. Hi Praveen, Rishi, Shelam, Math Education, Smriti, Roli, Lalit. Good evening people, good evening and very very warm welcome to the session. Now loads of you are on board, so I guess we should get started. The topic on which your knowledge will be tested today, as you would be already knowing from the title, is straight lines in 2D. Okay, so we are not going to talk about straight lines in 3D or straight lines in space. Our discussion today will be strictly restricted to two-dimensional plane. Alright, now I guess you all would agree that straight lines is one of the most beautiful chapters which falls under the umbrella of coordinate geometry. Why? Because it is, oh my god, so interesting. Matlab, I feel it has such basic concepts and fundamental ideas because of which it is very easy to understand, absorb and retain as well. Another very important thing is that straight lines helps you in building your visual ability, you know, your imaginative ability, because of which you are able to see math and feel math. And that's why if you master this chapter, trust me, your journey in the remaining chapters of coordinate geometry will become quite smooth and comfortable. So today I'm here to see how much of straight lines do you know and how much of that can you apply in the questions which are going to come your way today. But before that, let me unmask the three participants for today's evening, and here they are. We have Mahib, we have Kshitija and we have Shashwat. First of all, heartiest congratulations you three for making it to the quiz. Now, me along with everybody in the audience, I'm sure, likes to know a little bit about each one of you. So why don't you share with us the standard you belong to, your favorite subject, and when you are not studying, what is it that you like to do in your break time? Starting with you, Mahib. Come on.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I am from 11th class.
Yes. What's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is maths.
Alrighty. And when you're not studying, what do you like to do? Break time mein kya karte ho?
Sleep.
That's so nice because I guess you guys have back-to-back classes, so वैसे ही exhaust हो जाते होगे. So, makes sense. What about you, Kshitija? How do you recharge yourself in your break time?
Ma'am, I do read novels and all.
That's nice. And you're also from
for
11th?
recharging myself.
You are also from 11th?
Yes, ma'am, I'm also from 11th. And even my favorite subject is maths.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I guess reading really helps to release that stress, that anxiety, that overthinking which sometimes students go through a lot. So,
yes,
good job. What about you, Shashwat?
Now I just close my eyes and sometimes listen music. I keep myself calm and relaxed because there's sometimes a lot of pressure. And just keeping calm ourselves during this time makes us feel light.
That's so true. Yeah, that's so true. Very good. I guess this listening to music really calms the nerves down and helps to focus better when you're studying then, right? Okay, so Shashwat is also from 11th, I guess?
Yes, ma'am.
And your favorite subject?
My maths.
Wow. So all these three people here, they are math lovers. आज का competition बहुत ही interesting होने वाला है. And we have to see who wins. All the very best, you three. Let me quickly walk you through the instructions. As you know that the candidate who gives the correct answer first gets awarded with +4 marks, followed by +3 to the next one and +2 to the last one. But if you report an incorrect answer, your score will get penalized by a -1. Keep that in mind. All right. Also, maximum time allotted per question is 2 minutes. If you take more than 2 minutes, then irrespective of whether your answer is correct or not correct, you end up getting a big fat 0. All right. And hear me out, guys, if there is any question that you feel iffy about, you're not so sure about the answer, then you can also opt to take a pass at that. Rather than, giving the wrong answer, which leads to negative marking, all that doesn't make sense. So you can opt to take a pass that will only give you a 0. So your score will remain what it was, as it is. Okay? This is a rapid fire session, so I will be bombarding you with questions one after the other and you have to answer them as rapidly as you can. But here's the catch. Of course, I want you to chase speed, but only and only when you are holding hands with accuracy. Because speed without accuracy will lead to negative marking. Okay, and that is really upsetting and it feels really bad. I feel bad. So I don't want you to go through that. Okay, so speed. What about you people? Okay, Shitja has voted for D. What about the chat? 1 second. Okay, so I guess there's some problem with the chat. Just a second, guys. Okay, so we have the answers from all the three participants. All of them have opted for option D. Can we have the correct option for this question? It is indeed D, and as I said, this was a no-brainer question. This was a warm-up question. यहाँ पे सिर्फ और सिर्फ coordinate conversion का concept use करना था. ठीक है? So if you are aware of the polar coordinates of a point, you know they look like r comma theta, right? जहाँ पे r is the distance of that point from origin and theta is its argument. Can we look at the solution, please? यहाँ पे जो पॉइंट आपको गिवन था वो 6, π/3 कोऑर्डिनेट्स के साथ गिवन था, यानी कि आप कंपेयर करोगे r, थीटा से तो व्हाट विल यू गेट? द वैल्यू ऑफ r इज 6 एंड द वैल्यू ऑफ थीटा इज π/3. नाउ इस मैथमेटिकल इंफॉर्मेशन को यूज करके यू कैन एक्चुअली विजुअलाइज वेयर ज्योमेट्रिकली द पॉइंट इज लोकेटेड इन द प्लेन, रफली एटलीस्ट, है ना? तो सोच के देखो यार, मतलब पॉइंट है जो ओरिजिन से 6 यूनिट के डिस्टेंस पे बैठा है एंड द एंगल व्हिच इट इज मेकिंग विद द पॉजिटिव एक्स एक्सिस इन द एंटी क्लॉकवाइज सेंस इज π/3. That means P, as you can see in the diagram, will look like a point sitting in the first quadrant. तो x coordinate positive, y coordinate positive, इतना तो sure है. इस information को use करके ना हम option elimination technique भी use कर सकते थे, but unfortunately इस सवाल में all 4 options had positive coordinates, positive x, positive y. तो थोड़ा सा we'll have to dig a bit deep and remind ourselves of the fact कि r, theta is actually a short form of r cos theta, r sin theta. Isn't it? अब r की जगह 6 रख दो, theta की जगह π/3 रख दो, तो what do you get? 6 cos π/3, 6 sin π/3. Okay, what is cos π/3? It's 1/2. So 6/2 gives you 3 as the x coordinate. And what is sin π/3? It is √3/2. So 6 times √3/2 gives you 3√3 as the y coordinate. Fine. So please understand कि r, theta coordinates होना is equivalent to 3, 3√3 coordinates होना. And that gives us D as the correct answer. So Lalit seems to be pretty excited. He has written D multiple number of times. All right. And we have a lot of other people as well who have given the correct answer. In fact, there's no one in the chat who has opted for the wrong answer. So I'm really glad to see that. Okay, but as we saw, the first one to answer was Shashwat, followed by Mahib and followed by Kshitija, because of which Shashwat stands at 4 points, Mahib at 3 and Kshitija at 2. No problem, let's move on to the second question. Ooh, बहुत ही easy सवाल. इसको कहती हूँ मैं सस्ता सवाल. The distance between 4,3 and 5,9 is what? Come on, people in the chat. This is an oral question, guys. पेन उठाने की भी जरूरत नहीं पड़नी चाहिए. फटाफट. फटाफट. Okay, so people in the chat are on fire literally. And so is Shashwat. Okay, lightning speed से आंसर आ चुके हैं. We have Shashwat giving A, Kshitija giving A and Mahib giving A as well. Is root 37 units the correct answer? Please let us know. Indeed. Very good. In fact, I'm not surprised. अगर इस सवाल का आप गलत जवाब देते, then I would have been surprised. Okay, because that would have been disheartening for me. So let's look at the solution. इसकी जरूरत होनी नहीं चाहिए, but still. See, distance between 2 points. You just need the distance formula to crack this question. जो कहता है कि अगर A point है with x1, y1 coordinates, B point है with x2, y2 coordinates, then distance between A and B is same as the length of the line segment AB. And how do you generate that? Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. यहाँ पे x1, y1 you can see in the diagram. What is playing the role of x1, y1? 4, 3. And x2, y2? 5, 9. Formula में डाल दो, simplify करो, algebraic calculation, बस गलती नहीं होनी चाहिए. Okay, these are questions which are really simple to crack, provided आप गलती ना करो, छोटू मोटू गलती भी ना करो. And you will end up getting root 37 units as the answer. Well, yes, Yatendra, of course होंगे, but these are just few warm-up questions. Okay, ताकि दिमाग चलना शुरू हो जाए, and then slowly, gradually we will increase the level of the questions. Okay, so stay patient. I'm really amazed to see that everybody in the chat has answered this correct. Amazed, in fact, I should not say amazed because I was expecting this. In fact, अगर कोई 9th 10th का बच्चा भी इस सवाल को crack करने की कोशिश करे तो वो कर सकता है. This was so basic a concept. Let's move on to the next question now. If A represents the point minus 4, 3, B represents the point 5, 7, then the point on the line segment AB, which is 2/3 away from A to B, is what? At this point of time, you need eagle eye to come into play. क्योंकि आपको language of the question को बहुत ही सही तरीके से interpret करने की ज़रूरत है. That is itself going to give you a hint to solve this question perfectly. It's not a difficult question at all. It's not a challenging question at all. Just what you need is an eye for detail. What about the chat? Okay, so I can see Shashwat के काफी supporters हैं chat में. Okay. हाँ रंजन, right? You agree ना? पिछला सवाल तो 9th 10th का question था. Good evening, Happy. You made me happy with your name itself. Okay, so there are people giving me answers in the chat. We have few going with A, we have few going with C. थोड़ा split दिख रहा है मुझे यहाँ पे. All right. Okay. What about you three? Come on, buck up. It's an easy question. Yes, a bit maybe lengthy in calculation, but conceptually it's very straightforward. Alrighty, so Mahib was the first one to report A as the answer, followed by Kshitija and then followed by Shashwat. So दो सवाल से Shashwat was actually answering with lightning speed, or abhi first time Mahib has answered first. Let's see if they are correct or not. What is the correct option? Yes, all three of you are correct. It's really nice to see कि आप सही जवाब दे पा रहे हो. Of course, speed is going to make one person, on top of the other in the leaderboard, but it's great to see कि you are getting the right answer. How were we supposed to crack this question? देखो यहाँ पे छोटी सी एक, there's a part of the statement. It says the point on the segment AB, which is 2/3 away from A to B. Let's look at the solution. Now, AB segment की अपनी एक total length है, right? when you start moving from A and you move in such a manner that after covering 2/3 of the total distance, you reach a point, then that point is actually P. जिसका मतलब automatically ये हुआ कि from P when you are going to move to B, you will actually be covering just 1/3 distance of the total AB. यानी कि technically what's happening? AP is 2/3 of AB and PB is 1/3 of AB, which implies that P is dividing the join of A and B in the ratio 2:1. Bingo, that was the eureka moment जो अगर आ जाता तो समझ आ जाता कि section formula for internal division is going to come into picture here to give you the answer. So you can look at the diagram जो आपको एक diagrammatic form में concept revise कराएगा कि if P is a point dividing the join of A and B in the ratio m:n, then how do you get the coordinates of P? The x coordinate looks like m times x2 plus n times x1 upon m plus n. And y coordinate looks like m times y2 plus n times y1 upon m plus n. Correct? तो यहाँ पे the role of m and n is being played by 2 and 1. A और B के respective coordinates आपको given हैं, आपको कुछ भी नहीं करना था, सिर्फ section formula लगा के x coordinate और y coordinate P के निकालने थे. You would have ended up getting 2,17/3 as you can look at the calculation. Alright, which is option A. Let's look at the leaderboard. Okay, so Shashwat, Mahib, Kshitija. This is the order in which I can see the scores in decreasing order. बहुत ही कम margin है. It's just 1 point. They are very, very close to each other, and I think game किसी भी mode में पलट सकता है. You know, the tables can turn in any direction, anytime. It's super fast to conclude anything, and we should not do that. All right, let me look at the chat. How's the Josh people? बहुत सारे बच्चों ने ये सही जवाब दिया था इसका भी, so I am really glad that you understood the relevance of that part of the statement जो आपको actually ratio के बारे में information दे रहा था. ठीक है, तो इस सवाल में indirectly ratio पता था. Let's look at the next question. Okay, so this is like a counter question to the previous one. ठीक है, पिछले वाले में आपको indirectly ratio पता था जैसा कि मैंने कहा, but in this question the question is asking from you the ratio in which P divides the join of A and B. Come on. बहुत easy question again. You have to just be cautious while calculating. Algebraic calculations में गड़बड़ नहीं होनी चाहिए. Okay, so Mahib is slaying it. Okay, Shashwat has also reported the answer. What about Kshitija? Okay, अभी तक मुझे नहीं लगता कि इन्होंने किसी ने भी गलत जवाब दिया है, but I'm glad all three have gone with B. What about the audience? Okay. All right, so B. बहुत सारे बच्चे even audience में आंसर कर रहे हैं, कुछ लोग C भी कह रहे हैं. Okay, let's check out what is the correct option here. It is B. All three of you are right. Very, very, very good. कैसे? Again, let's look at the solution. Because the question is asking you the ratio, all you had to remind yourself was कि कभी भी हम ratio ढूंढना चाहते हैं, तो हम उसको assume क्या करके चलते हैं? Lambda is to 1. That's it, वहीं कहानी खत्म हो जाती. क्योंकि फिर से आपके पास section formula for internal division would have come into picture, and again आप वही करते. The x coordinate of P is given by lambda times 4 plus 1 times minus 2 upon lambda plus 1, which is what? A linear equation in just one unknown, which is lambda. Super duper easy to solve. And simultaneously y coordinate of P, which is 3, is given by actually what? Lambda times 8 plus 1 times minus 7 upon lambda plus 1. Again, what is this? A linear equation in just one unknown lambda. Super simple to solve. दोनों में से किसी भी एक को solve कर लो, you will end up getting the same value of lambda, which is 2. So, ratio comes out to be 2:1, which was sitting in option B. So, all three of you have done a great job here. Of course, speed के कारण Mahib आगे निकल चुका है, but not that आगे if you look at the overall score. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Mahib and Shashwat are at par with each other, 13 points each. Kshitija is not that far behind. She is at 10. Very, very easily you can cover up Kshitija. You have a fair a bit of chance to actually catch up with them or even beat them. You know, we are left with tons of questions now. What about people here? Okay, so Mahib के भी काफी सारे supporters आ चुके हैं chat में. That's great to see. All right, all set for the next question. Let's go. If A, B, C are the three consecutive vertices of a rectangle ABCD, then the coordinates of point D are what? So basically, एक rectangle के तीन vertices की information आपको given है. Somehow you have to compute the coordinates of the last and the fourth vertex. Is it 10, 5 or minus 10, 5 or 10, minus 5 or minus 10, minus 5? काफी confusing options हैं. And I can see Mahib and Shashwat दोनों आंसर दे चुके हैं. What about Kshitija? Okay. People in the chat. Dheeraj, Akhil, Yogesh. Okay. Ranjan, Ashu, Shashank, सबके सब, they are voting for C, and our three participants have also gone with option C. It's amazing to see यार कि from the first question onwards, बड़ी अच्छी unity हो रही है. I guess you three have studied the chapter really nicely, so it's good to see that. And people in the chat have also studied the chapter nicely. Yes, Ishan, Sameer, Dheeraj, Pushpesh, Jagan, सबके सब C answer दे रहे हैं. You guys are flooding the chat box with C as the option. So is it even correct? Let's find out. Yes, it is. 10, minus 5 is the correct answer. Congratulations, you three. We have Mahib at 16. Shashwat ने 1 point से lead ले ली है. He's at 17. Kshitija is at 12. So you guys are playing really, really well. It's a cutthroat competition going on, I can say. Let's quickly look at the solution. Rectangle के तीन vertices given है, एक निकालना है. So obviously, what is going to come to the rescue? The properties of rectangle. What else? हमें पता है कि diagonals of a rectangle bisect each other, right? Very famous, very popular property. But what you need to know is कि diagonals of a rectangle are actually of equal length. So if both the diagonals are bisecting each other, that means both of them will have the same midpoint. Correct? They will have the same midpoint, or I can say the point O at which both the diagonals are intersecting is the midpoint of the first diagonal and also the second diagonal. ठीक है, अब इस इंफॉर्मेशन को यूज करके आपको सिर्फ मिड पॉइंट फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करना है. नथिंग एल्स, नथिंग रॉकेट साइंस. इट्स अगेन सुपर डुपर इजी क्वेश्चन. तो क्या हो रहा है कि AC डायगोनल का O मिड पॉइंट है. इसको मैं पहले इसलिए कंसिडर करूंगी क्योंकि इसी डायगोनल के एंड पॉइंट्स की इंफॉर्मेशन मेरे पास है. Correct? Now use the midpoint formula. What will you get as the x and the y coordinates of the point O? Average of the x and the y coordinates of A and C. What else? मीन निकालना है और तो कुछ नहीं करना. तो sum of x coordinates of A and C divided by 2 and sum of y coordinates of A and C divided by 2. Correct? So what will you get? 4 plus 13 divided by 2, that means 17 by 2, comma 1 plus minus 2 divided by 2, that means minus 1 by 2. So 17 by 2, comma minus 1 by 2, O के coordinates आ गए. Correct? Now we will use the fact कि O is also the midpoint of the BD diagonal. And how will we use it here? Midpoint formula यार. है ना. तो x कोऑर्डिनेट ऑफ O किसके बराबर होगा? x प्लस 7 डिवाइडेड बाय 2. आपको दिख रहा है ये एक इक्वेशन क्या बन गई? सिर्फ x अननोन में, जिसको आप सॉल्व करके x की वैल्यू 10 निकाल लोगे. एंड y कोऑर्डिनेट ऑफ O व्हिच केम आउट टू बी -1 by 2 इज इक्वल टू, फ्रॉम द मिड पॉइंट फॉर्मूला, y प्लस 4/2, जिसको सॉल्व करके आप बहुत आराम से y की वैल्यू निकाल सकते हो, व्हिच कम्स आउट टू बी -5. राइट? So D के coordinates आ चुके हैं 10, -5, and this was sitting in option C. So C is indeed the correct answer. Kudos you three and the chat. Yes. Yes, everybody in the chat has also given the correct answer. Now we are all set to jump on to the next question. Alright, the equation of the line which is at a distance of 3 units from origin and the perpendicular from origin makes an angle of 30 degrees with positive x-axis is what? Ooh, that's interesting. शाश्वत ने आंसर दे दिया है, महीप ने आंसर दे दिया है, एंड वी आर वेटिंग फॉर क्षितिजा's रिस्पॉन्स. उसने भी आंसर दे दिया है. मतलब बिल्कुल भी डिस्पैरिटी है ही नहीं, डिफरेंस है ही नहीं रिस्पॉन्सेज में. तीनों सेम जवाब दिए जा रहे हैं राइट फ्रॉम क्वेश्चन 1 एंड वी आर डाउन विथ 5 क्वेश्चंस. दिस इज हैपनिंग विद द 6th क्वेश्चन अगेन. व्हाट अबाउट यू पीपल? A. All right. So everybody is going with A. Sameer, Pushpesh, Dheeraj, Happy, Omkar, Ravi. A and B. A and B के बीच में confusion हो रही है. All right. But our 3 participants here have all of them voted for option A itself. What is the correct option? Can we please get to know? It is A. यार बहुत ही बढ़िया प्रेप करके आए हो यार तुम तीनों. I am impressed. So anybody who can tell me out of you 3, you just have to raise your hand and then unmute yourself. कौन सा concept इस सवाल में use होना था? Come on. Anybody, you can just raise your hand and I'll get you to answer. What is the concept using which you have cracked this question and reached to option A, which is the correct answer? Maheep, you want to answer? Or Kshitija? Or Shashwat?
From the concept of normal, the line from the origin is a normal with the line given.
Very, very, very good. That's the only thing. बाकी दोनों ने भी यही यूज किया. Kshitija, you too, and Maheep, you too, right? So yes, let's look at the solution. क्योंकि यहाँ पे सिर्फ और सिर्फ इतना चमकना चाहिए था कि स्टेटमेंट जो थी ना सवाल की, that was nothing but the hypothesis of the normal or the perpendicular form of the straight line. What does it say? कि अगर आपके पास एक लाइन है and from origin you are dropping a perpendicular onto that line which is of p length, such that that perpendicular makes an angle alpha with the positive direction of x-axis, then the equation of such a line is given by what? x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equals p. ठीक है, सवाल यहाँ पे कह रहा था कि line is at a distance of 3 units from origin. Of course the distance has to be the perpendicular distance ना यार, और क्या? तो जैसे ही मैंने O से परपेंडिकुलर गिराया, मुझे उसकी लेंथ पता चल गई 3, मतलब the role of P here is being played by 3. And this perpendicular is making an angle of 30 degrees, मतलब alpha is 30. बस plug it in the equation, what do you get? X cos 30 plus y sin 30 equals 3. Right? Cos 30 is root 3 by 2, sin 30 is 1 by 2. Just solve it and you get root 3x plus y equals 6, which was the very equation sitting in option A. So all 3 of you all have done a great job. मुझे scores दिख रहे हैं and I am feeling that rush in the heartbeat कि the competition is going so close. Maheep at 19, Shashwat at 21 and Kshitija at 14. Great job. Yes, Manideep, perpendicular distance or you can say perpendicular form वाली equation यहाँ पे use करनी थी. No, our cheat creation slope intercept यहाँ पे नहीं use हो रहा है. Okay? All right, but many of you all have got the right answer. ठीक है, let's look at the leaderboard. As I just saw Shashwat at 21, Maheep at 19 and Kshitija at 14. Wow. All right, let's see if in the next question we can have different answers from these 3 people. तब से ये तीनों same answer दिए जा रहे हैं. All right, next question. The slope intercept form of the line x by 2 plus y by 4 equals 1 is what? Come on. So let's see if Shashwat can maintain his lead. Oh my god, I didn't even complete saying that and he reported his answer to be A, followed by Maheep. Let's see what Kshitija goes with. A again. 7th question and we have all 3 of them going with the same option again. What about you people? Okay, so the chat is flooded with A as the option. Okay, Swastika says A, Yogesh A, Sameer A, Pradeep, Rishabh, Amer, Pushpesh, Jaideep, सबके सब A बोल रहे हैं. But is A indeed the right answer? Let's see. Yes, it is. So you can have a smile on your faces. Come on, you 3. इतनी अच्छी स्माइल है यार तुम तीनों की, और सही भी जवाब दे रहे हो. So you can pat your back for the good preparation that you have on this chapter. Very nice. चलो let's look at the solution. यहाँ पे इंटरसेप्ट फॉर्म में लाइन की इक्वेशन दी हुई है, हमको स्लोप इंटरसेप्ट फॉर्म में चाहिए थी, तो डायरेक्टली हम नहीं जाएंगे, हम इंटरसेप्ट फॉर्म से स्टैंडर्ड इक्वेशन बनाएंगे, स्टैंडर्ड से स्लोप इंटरसेप्ट बनाएंगे. करेक्ट. सो इंटरसेप्ट इक्वेशन दी हुई है x अपॉन a प्लस y अपॉन b इक्वल्स 1, मतलब x अपॉन 2 प्लस y अपॉन 4 इक्वल्स 1, जिसको आप एलसीएम लेके सिंप्लीफाई करोगे तो यू विल गेट 2x प्लस y इक्वल्स 4. ब्रिंग द 4 ऑन टू द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड जानबूझ के, ताकि अब आपकी इक्वेशन दिखे कैसी, 2x प्लस y माइनस 4 इक्वल्स 0, which is straight away comparable with ax plus by plus c equals 0. तो स्टैंडर्ड इक्वेशन में हम कन्वर्ट कर चुके हैं. स्टैंडर्ड से हम जाएंगे स्लोप इंटरसेप्ट में. कैसा दिखता है स्लोप इंटरसेप्ट, y इक्वल्स mx प्लस c. तो y वाला टर्म एक साइड रखो, बाकी सबको धक्का दे दो दूसरी तरफ. You have to transfer everything else to the other side. You will get y alone on one side and equal to minus 2x plus 4. Which you can see there is no more modification required. This is straight away looking like y equals mx plus c, where the role of m is being played by minus 2 and the role of c is 4. What is m? m is minus 2, मतलब slope is negative, मतलब कि angle of inclination पक्का से obtuse है, और वो आप line में देख भी सकते हो. Right? The line is making an obtuse angle with the positive direction of x-axis in the anti-clockwise sense. And what do you mean by the value of c is 4? It represents the y-intercept. Correct? क्योंकि ये plus 4 है, यानी कि origin से 4 यूनिट ऊपर जाके आप जिस पॉइंट पे पहुंचोगे, which is 0,4, वहां पे वो लाइन y-axis को काट रही होगी. Correct? And that is what you can see from the diagram. So it's very important to keep visualizing simultaneously what's going on, क्योंकि क्या होता है ना, एक better connect बनता है. ठीक है, आप जब तक चीज को देख नहीं पाओगे, फील नहीं कर पाओगे, तब तक आप कनेक्ट नहीं कर पाओगे. And that's why drawing these mini diagrams, these छोटू figures along with the questions really helps a lot. Okay, so congratulations you three. We have Shashwat at the top position, leading with 25 points, but Mahib is not that far behind. He's at 22. So of course I feel he can anytime catch up, anytime. And Kshitija is at 16. So buck up Kshitija, I guess थोड़ी सी speed बढ़ाने की जरूरत है, क्योंकि आंसर तो आप करेक्ट दे रहे हो. Okay, आंसर आप करेक्ट दे रहे हो, just थोड़ा सा फोकस और, थोड़ा सा अटेंटिव और, and ऐसे you will be able to come at par at least with these two, if not beat. Or maybe beat. Okay, चलो, what about you guys? सही आंसर दिया है ना, बहुत सारे बच्चों ने सही आंसर दिया है. Waiting for the next question. Okay, let's bring it on. We are at the 8th question. The angle between the x-axis and the line joining the points 3, minus 1 and 4, minus 2 is what? Be very careful while attempting this question. बहुत आराम से, तसल्ली से इसको सॉल्व करना है. Okay, so Shashwat is nailing it, man. That's great. So is Mahib, I would say. And Kshitija इस बार बहुत ही फटाफट आंसर दे चुकी है. All three of them have gone with A. First one to answer was Shashwat, then Mahib, and then followed by Kshitija. And I can see A is all I can see in the chat box. All I can see is A. Okay. What is the correct option? It is 45 degrees. So, which concept did you use? Did you use angle between two lines का concept, या फिर you used angle of inclination वाला concept? क्योंकि दो concept से ये सवाल हो सकता है. Kshitija, which concept did you use?
Angle of inclination.
Okay. Anybody who's opted for angle between two lines का जो direct formula है tan theta वाला? Shashwat or Mahib? No? Okay, all right. Let's look at the solution, because as I'm saying, there are two approaches to crack this question. So, पहले tan वाला discuss कर लेते हैं. Angle between two lines, ठीक है? इसको use करने के लिए you should know the slopes of both the lines. एक line x-axis है, उसका slope होता है 0. दूसरी line पे दो points बैठे हैं जिसकी information आपके पास है. तो using the 2-point form, you can compute its slope. How do you do that? Difference of the y coordinates upon difference of the x coordinates. Right? Difference of ordinates upon difference of abscissa. ऐसा करके आपको slope मिल जाता है -1. तो m1 m2 की वैल्यूज आ चुकी हैं -1 और 0. प्लग इट इन द फॉर्मूला. फॉर्मूला सेज tan थीटा इक्वल्स प्लस माइनस m2 माइनस m1 अपॉन 1 प्लस m1 m2. ठीक है, जब आप m1 और आई शुड से m2 की जगह -1 डाल दो, m1 की जगह 0 डाल दो, इट्स वन एंड द सेम थिंग, यू विल एंड अप गेटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ tan थीटा एज प्लस माइनस 1. पॉजिटिव वैल्यू ऑफ tan थीटा आपको अक्यूट एंगल की इंफॉर्मेशन देती है बिटवीन द टू लाइंस, एंड नेगेटिव वैल्यू ऑफ tan थीटा आपको ऑब्ट्यूस एंगल की इंफॉर्मेशन देती है बिटवीन द टू लाइंस. करेक्ट? क्योंकि कोई भी लाइन ना एक्स एक्सिस के साथ दो एंगल बनाती है जो आपस में सप्लीमेंट्री होते हैं. एक होता है एंगल ऑफ इंक्लिनेशन और दूसरा होता है पाई माइनस दैट एंगल ऑफ इंक्लिनेशन. ऑलराइट, ओके. सो क्योंकि tan थीटा प्लस माइनस 1 आ रहा है, tan थीटा इक्वल्स +1 विल गिव यू थीटा एज पाई बाय 4, एंड tan थीटा इक्वल्स -1 विल गिव यू दैट ऑब्ट्यूस एंगल जिसका tan रेशियो इज -1, व्हिच इज व्हाट? पाई माइनस पाई बाय 4, दैट मींस 3 पाई बाय 4. करेक्ट? यानी कि 45 डिग्रीज और 135 डिग्रीज दो एंगल्स आ रहे हैं, बट ऑप्शंस में 45 डिग्रीज दिया है, सो दैट इज व्हाट इज द करेक्ट आंसर हियर. This is from the direct formula, but these three people they've opted for angle of inclination वाली approach, जो क्या कहती है कि the angle which a line makes with the positive direction of x-axis in the anti-clockwise sense is what is its angle of inclination. Correct? ये वाली जो line है इसका आप slope निकालते हो तो -1 आ रहा है, यानी कि tan theta is -1, यानी theta is definitely obtuse, जिससे वैल्यू क्या जाती है थीटा की? 135 degrees. Correct? And as I said, that's not in the options. So pi minus 135, which gives you 180 minus 135, that is 45, happens to be your answer. Alrighty then, alrighty. Okay, so we are having Shashwat at 29, Mahib at 25 and Kshitija at 18. बाप रे, मतलब शाश्वत और महीब का कट टू कट कॉम्पिटिशन चल रहा है, and Shashwat is all determined कि I don't want to leave that first position, is it? And Mahib is like, अभी दिखाता हूँ. Okay, चलो, next question. Question number 9. The equation of the line passing through 3,4 and parallel to 5x plus 9y plus 12 equals 0 is what out of the given four options? अच्छा, अच्छा, काफी सारे बच्चों ने शाश्वत को सपोर्ट कर दिया है यहाँ पे, and there are few people going with Kshitija as well and Mahib as well. Shashwat, as expected, has reported his answer first, and surprisingly Kshitija is the second one and Mahib is the third one. Okay, so what do you think, guys, is the correct answer? Smart Merit goes with A, Ashu says D, Amer D, Bhavya D, Yogesh C. Acha, Zach says C. Okay, D, C, D, C, and all three of them have gone with D. So there is a split between C and D. कुछ लोग C कह रहे हैं, कुछ लोग D कह रहे हैं. Let's see what is the correct answer. Again, unanimously ये तीनों एक ही जैसा आंसर दे रहे हैं, and the good thing is it's coming out correct. So D is the correct answer. 5x plus 9y minus 51 equals 0. How do you get this? Let's look at the solution. कुछ नहीं करना, अगर आपके पास ax plus by plus c equals 0 एक लाइन है तो उसके पैरेलल कोई भी लाइन किस शक्ल की होती है? ax plus by plus lambda equals 0. करेक्ट? तो यहाँ पे 5x plus 9y plus 12 equals 0 गिवन लाइन थी, तो उसके पैरेलल वाली जो रिक्वायर्ड लाइन है उसकी शक्ल कैसी होने वाली है? 5x plus 9y plus lambda equals 0. Now additionally I need one more piece of information about this required line to be able to compute lambda, right? And I have that. What is that information? कि by this line is passing through the point 3,4. यानी कि the coordinates of this point will satisfy the equation of my line. Correct? X की जगह 3 डाल दो, Y की जगह 4 डाल दो. What will you get? 5 into 3 plus 9 into 4 plus lambda equals 0. And from here, when you compute lambda, it comes out to be minus 51. Plug the value back in the equation, you get 5x plus 9y minus 51 equals 0 as the answer. तो D correct था guys. C क्यों बोल रहे थे? कुछ छोटू मोटू सी गलती हुई होगी, I guess that's why, but most of the people in the chat have given the right answer as well. So chat is performing exceptionally, quite excellent performance from the people in the chat. I am feeling impressed. Great. ओके इसको करने का एक तरीका और था कि अगर आप ये वाला कॉन्सेप्ट याद करते कि ax प्लस बी वाई प्लस सी इक्वल 0 अगर लाइन है तो उसका स्लोप इज गिवन बाय माइनस ऑफ कोफिशिएंट ऑफ x अपॉन कोफिशिएंट ऑफ y, राइट, मतलब माइनस a बाय b। ऐसा करके आप क्या करते कि आपके पास जो गिवन लाइन है उसका स्लोप निकालते विच कम्स आउट टू बी -5/9 एंड पैरेलल लाइंस हैव सेम स्लोप, वी नो अबाउट दैट। तो जो रिक्वायर्ड लाइन है उसका स्लोप भी -5/9 हो जाता। And one point through which it is passing is 3,4 already given to you. Point पता है, slope पता है, point slope form लगाओ, equation निकालो, and that's how you get the right answer as well. Okay, तो multiple approaches to solve the same question. सारी ही simple है, सारी ही click कर जानी चाहिए. जो भी click करे वो better है, as long as it's giving the right answer. Okay, चलो. Let's move on to the next question now. Alright, so 10th question. The equation of the line whose slope is 1/3 and x-intercept is 4 will be what? Chalo. Yes, Beena, now you also very quickly answer this question. Shashwat ka jawab aa chuka hai, then is Mahib, and lastly we have Kshitija also giving us the answer. 10 questions, guys, 10 questions, and the 3 of them have answered the same always in every question. Okay, this has never happened. This has really never happened. And the good thing to see would be if D is the correct option or not. But let's look at the chat for a while. Again, people are going with D. Few of them are going with A as well. But mostly it's D. Okay, Vishwajit, A क्यों लग रहा है? Okay, Nutan says D, A, D, A, D, D. तीनों participants ने तो D बोला है. So is D correct or not correct? Can we please get to know? It is, it is. I am so proud of you three. Wow, wow. So Shashwat is at 37, Mahib at 29 and Kshitija at 24. कैसे करना था इस सवाल को? स्लोप पता है और एक्स इंटरसेप्ट पता है. लेट्स लुक एट द सॉल्यूशन. हमने जो डायरेक्ट कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ा है दैट इज स्लोप एंड वाई इंटरसेप्ट वाला, राइट, व्हिच लुक्स लाइक वाई इक्वल्स mx प्लस c. स्लोप एंड एक्स इंटरसेप्ट वाला डायरेक्ट कॉन्सेप्ट तो वी हैव नॉट लर्न, बट इफ द मीनिंग ऑफ इंटरसेप्ट इज क्लियर टू यू, ये सवाल क्रैक करना बच्चों का खेल था. व्हेन आई से एक्स इंटरसेप्ट इज 4, दैट मीन्स इट्स द हॉरिजॉन्टल इंटरसेप्ट. +4 है ना, मतलब ओरिजिन से आप 4 यूनिट राइट की तरफ चलोगे तो कौन सा पॉइंट आएगा? 4,0. दैट इज द पॉइंट विद द लाइन इज कटिंग द एक्स एक्सिस. तो स्लोप पता है एंड वन पॉइंट थ्रू विच द लाइन पासिस इज 4,0, वो भी पता है. नाउ यू कैन यूज द पॉइंट स्लोप फॉर्म टू गेट द इक्वेशन ऑफ द लाइन. ओके, व्हाट इज इट? y minus y1 equals slope times x minus x1. ओके, स्लोप पता है एज आई सेड, एंड x1 y1 के कोऑर्डिनेट्स हो जाएंगे 4,0. And you get x minus 3y minus 4 equals 0 as the right answer, which was sitting in option D. Great job, you three. But because we are able to see on the leaderboard that Shashwat is leading with 37 points, Mahip is second with 29, and Kshitija is third with 24. Of course, we're in a position to declare Shashwat as the clear-cut winner today. You really performed very well, Shashwat, and I guess बीच में थोड़ा सा off हो गया था, but mostly you have maintained that position of being at the top, which is really great and commendable. क्योंकि I believe, yes, of course, it takes a lot of effort for a person to be successful, but more than that, what takes even greater effort is to maintain that position of success. Okay, always remember that. So, congratulations Shashwat, well deserved victory. But Mahib, बहुत प्यारी fight दी यार. I am really impressed by the fight that you gave Shashwat. I guess Shashwat को भी लग रहा होगा Mahib से डर कि यार कहीं आगे ना निकल जाए. Is it? Okay, but Kshitija, I just have one piece of advice. You are giving the right answer, which means your preparation is on point. That's really good because all these sessions are like, you know, revision sessions. #learn while you play वाले sessions हैं ये. So these just teach you where all can you go wrong so that on the D day you don't make that mistake. Okay, so I would just suggest कि speed is the factor where you're lacking. So practice more mock papers, previous year questions, and work upon that. ठीक है? All right, it was great to play this game with you guys. I hope you had a lovely time playing the game as well. Yes? Okay, so people, it's a wrap. I'm gonna go now and I'll see you again super soon. If you want to play the game with me or with any of your favorite mentors, then do remember to fill out the forms which we roll out every Friday. Okay? On this note, it's me, Bhoomika, signing off. Please take care and keep learning. Bye-bye.